thank you for being here. I got to thank my teammates for showing up to this event. It's pretty cool. The community turnout last year, the first time we did it, was unbelievable. You guys, a lot of you were here last year. Pretty cool event. Got to thank the AO1 staff and everybody involved in putting this together. Means a lot to me. To not only just give back to the city and provide a fun family night like tonight, but to also raise a lot of money to go to some really cool missions and outreaches that we have with the AO1 Foundation. So it means a lot. Our mission, we started back in 2017 after my rookie season. The mission is to uplift individuals and communities around the world by demonstrating God's love for his people. And we do that through various means. The first one that we really kind of donated towards right away when we started was the sports complex in Haiti. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about that over the years. It's been a slower process, but it's been really cool just seeing work being done. The multi-purpose building down there, the court's actually being laid, I believe, like this week. And we have bulldozers on the ground preparing the turf soccer fields, which is exciting. I know a lot of kids down there. They play soccer. They play it on rocks. They play it on gravel fields, but they don't care. They have a blast doing it. So just to have turf on the ground, I think will really be eye-opening to them. I don't know if they'll really even know what it is. So that's pretty cool. And through that, I think we'll be able to serve, once it's all said and done, 15,000 kids a year. Provide them with meals, provide them with an opportunity to gather and play sports, but to also be mentored and discipled in the Word, in the Bible, and just create some really cool life-changing opportunities in that way. Second thing we started was Kingdom Crumb. A lot of you have heard about that in the city here. It's been amazing. We think we served over 8,000 meals, and we haven't even been out there for a year yet. We started that last September, unveiled it last year at this event, and just seeing lives change through that, providing free meals to everybody, and anybody and everybody has been a really cool opportunity, and then also to spiritually reach them as well for Christ through those outreaches. So you provide the physical and the spiritual through it. So it's been really cool. And then the last thing would be the outdoor ministry that we started last year. We had 10 kids go on different hunting trips throughout the Midwest, and it was same thing for kids that have gone through seriously life-threatening illnesses and overcome or are still battling different things. We take them on a hunting trip, on a fishing trip. We have Camp Conquerors, which was camp last summer, which we have our second annual coming up soon as well. Same thing. Physical blessing, give them an opportunity, but then spiritually reach them as well. And, it's kids. We got Landon up here in the front row, my buddy from West Fargo, North Dakota, that went to Camp Conquerors last year, went on the part of the Mountain Movers program as well, and went on a hunting trip. And it's kids like this, and you guys remember the story of Lucas Custer's. Kids like this that really inspire me, challenge me, and really just motivate me to keep giving back and really strive to play for something greater than myself. So I'm happy Landon's here and his buddy Brody that's been a part of the program as well. So yeah, it's been really cool. A couple of brief updates. So the food truck we just started. We also have now an ice cream truck coming soon as well, which is donated, which is a blessing as well. So that's being wrapped up here in the next month or so, and that'll be out on the street as well as the food truck. So that'll be a cool blessing. And we have camp coming up this summer, and that's a brief summary of the foundation and some things, and I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about it, but I'll open it up to you guys for some questions.
Carson, as much pleasure as you get playing football, we see the passion on the field, how much pleasure do you get knowing that you're able to give back and in only a few years in this league with the Eagles, make a difference, make an impact with these kids and with these families that you've had so far?
Yeah, I think that's ultimately God's purpose for my life. I think it's so much more than just playing the game of football. I love football. I love playing it. I love, entertaining the fan. I love all of that. But I think I was put here for a much bigger purpose than that. And so to be able to be a blessing to others is ultimately what it's all about. And there's no greater joy than seeing kids' faces light up from those different opportunities and lives being changed through these things that we have going on. So, like I said, it's really what it's all about.
What has the support you've had from your teammates last year and this year meant to you?
It means a lot. Just knowing that these guys, I'm texting them about the softball game, and they're they're already fired up. They've been you saw Wisniewski's video, some of you. He was out last night practicing. He's been bothering me for a while about this softball game, and he's pretty stoked that he got signed back so he could play in this one. But just seeing their support and how excited they get as well. For us, it's football all the time. So to just break up the monotony, come play a game like this, have some fun, see the fans, and just have a really cool night like this means a lot. And then those guys show up, have a blast, and just to support me in the way they do, it's really cool.
Carson, was there one event or story or something in your past, when you were in high school or whatever, that kind of opened your eyes to poverty and things like that, things that you wanted to show?
It was one of those things, just my faith. And just reading through the Bible and seeing how Jesus lived really throughout college, when I really came into a personal relationship with Christ, that really just challenged me to strive for more, to strive and tell others about Christ, to strive and just give back and be a blessing to others. And so I knew, if I was given that platform to play in the NFL, that I was going to use that to make a difference, use that for positive change. And so there's really no one big event. I will say, after going to Haiti after my rookie year, that really is eye-opening for those of you that haven't been there or been to a third world country like that. It changes you. You can't really leave that changed, and you can't leave there without changing, and it just gives you a new perspective. And I would say that trip, and then just my faith has really challenged me to just give back in a different way.
What does it mean to you to end up in a city like Philadelphia that has the type of passion that it has? It was 22,000 people in the park last year, to allow you to have your outreach go that much further.
Yeah, it means a lot. I've said it over and over. You guys have heard me say it, but I don't think I could have gone to a better city that fits my personality, the blue collar work ethic, just the passion that they bring in everything they do. I'm the same way. So I love it here. I absolutely love it here, and the fact that the city gets behind this event, the city gets behind what we're doing from foundation things. Obviously, they get behind us in a huge way when it comes to football. But the nights like tonight and the things that we have going on, it just means a ton that they're behind us in everything we do.
As the coach tonight, Carson, how important is winning to you? How did you go about setting the lineup, and where would you play if you could play?
Well, at the end of the day, you play to win the game, as you guys know. So we're hoping to win. The lineup's kind of already been set. I tried to be fair a little bit. But it's still offense versus defense, so I fully expect to win. Hopefully I can outcoach Rodney tonight too. So if I were playing, back in the day I used to play shortstop and third base, so I would definitely put myself in at the 3-hole and be playing shortstop if I could.
Carson, so many players have foundations, but you've emphasized demonstrating God's love through yours. What does God's love mean to you personally? And how do you take steps daily to kind of incorporate that?
Yeah, God's love for me has radically changed my life. There's no greater love. The word love gets thrown around so loosely, but there's no greater love than God's love for us. He sent his own son, Jesus, to die on that cross for us. Things you just can't wrap your mind around, that type of love. And so it's really challenged me to just try and love others in that same way. And I'll always fall short. I'll always come up short. But that's just ultimately the example that I strive to live by, and a lot of people strive to live by, is Jesus as that servant leader and as that loving figure. And so it's always challenging, but at the same time, there's nothing more rewarding than living for Christ.
As a follow-up to Tim's question, it's 3 years now that you've lived here. How have you seen that kind of evolve, your comfort in Philly, evolve during that time? And going forward, what more can you do to kind of have that imprint in the city?
Yeah, I think just even coming here right away, I felt very comfortable. I think it was obviously way different lifestyle than North Dakota, a little faster pace, a little different in that regard. But at the same time, I felt extremely embraced. I've felt a part of the city ever since I've come in. But at the same time, obviously things just keep getting more and more comfortable. And in terms of what more can you do, that's one of those things you just take it day by day. And you just pray on it a lot, and just try and keep your eyes open to where you can, where you have a passion to give back. A lot of guys are doing some amazing things from education to different things. And we have guys on our team that are doing some amazing work as well. And so I think it just comes down to what you feel convicted, what you feel called to help with and be a part of. And so for me, that's just keeping my eyes open, praying on it a lot. And we're excited to see where this food truck continues to take us, and if it'll morph into more food trucks in other cities or what that'll become. But we're excited about it.
Now, do you have any favorite scriptures that you read before games or before on the field? Well, like when you're on your off time.
Yeah, a lot of scriptures come to mind, but I have Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 on my bicep. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." And for me, that comes to life a lot more in different circumstances. You know, going through injuries the last few years, that really hits me hard and saying, okay, it's not mine. This life isn't mine. It's borrowed. I'm just surrendering control to Him. And, you know, it's cool to have a couple other on my body, but just to have those reminders for me to realize it's not about me. It's about living for Christ first. And it's definitely challenging, but it's the word just always comes to life at different times.
What's your favorite thing about the foundation? I know you said like Haiti and all, but what's your like straight to the heart thing about the whole foundation?
Well, I think, all three ministries are very different in the sense of, you know, obviously Haiti and a sports complex, and from hunting and outdoor things in the Midwest to here, you know, serving free food out of food truck. All those things are very different, but I think the thing that ties them all together is the idea of physically blessing people with an opportunity or with food or whatever it is, but then spiritually we're also blessing people. Spiritually we're also trying to connect people to God's word, connect them to Christ, and so seeing those two things in all of those three areas come to life is what I'm most passionate about.
You have a couple of first-timers here in Deshaun and Brandon Graham. In talking to them in the locker room, they are ecstatic to get out here tonight. What do you expect the reaction to be to Deshaun, and you know what advice do you have for the first-timers coming out here?
Yeah, I think they'll have a blast. For one, I know BG, you guys all know BG, biggest smile, biggest laugh on the team probably, and so when I asked him, he was ecstatic to come be a part of this. So he'll have a blast, and Deshaun, I think he'll get quite the ovation. This might be his first publicly type event since coming back, and on the football side, I'm extremely excited about what he brings to the table. So he'll have some fun tonight, and we'll have some fun the rest of the season too.
Carson, have you gotten any advice from your new buddies, Bryce Harper and Reese Hopkins, about how to play in this ballpark?
I haven't hit them up about that yet. Being that I'm only coaching, I don't know if they have coaching advice for me quite yet, but I'll have to let them know how it goes tonight.
We saw you take a couple hacks in the cage. How'd it feel? How'd you hit it?
Felt great. It's been a while, been a long time, but it takes me back to the good old high school days of North Dakota baseball, playing in 40-degree weather in the middle of spring, as some of the North Dakota folks know. No, it felt great, and it's always, like I said, it's always fun to just play a different sport, get you out of the monotony of football and everything, so it's fun.
In future events, will you be swinging out there?
We'll see. We'll see. You know, it's one of those things that the first couple of years, I want to make sure these guys are doing what they're supposed to be doing and not goofing off and taking care of things. And maybe next year you'll see me at least in the home run derby or something like that.
All right, one last question.
Does the ice cream truck have a name yet?
It's a big question. I'm not going to unveil it yet. I'll have to get those from you after this. There's ongoing discussion on what the name of the truck is going to be. I got people in the back flagging me down, so I don't think I'm supposed to unveil it yet. But it's coming soon. So, but again, thank you guys for being here. We'll have a fun night, and God bless you guys.